Hi girls, this is Ingrid again. I'm coming to you with a video for a mini album that I created a couple of months ago, but I didn't have a chance to put it up on YouTube, so I'm hoping to share this with you today. This is a mini album that I had made in the spring, and it's got lots of springtime colors. I'm just going to get started with this video, try to rush through it because there is a lot. One of the things I want to point out is that this is a chipboard album that I purchased from Michaels, and it usually comes in white chipboard, and you can get it in the dollar bin. I used several layers of different colored acrylic paints. That's how I got this effect. And if I can just zoom in a bit, maybe you'll be able to see. I have some two different blues, a pink, a peach, and a beige, and I just painted it on, and in between each layer I let it dry, and then applied the next layer, and I just left the middle just the two different color blues. As for the edges, I just loaded my brush with paint and just applied the thick layer onto the edges, and then put it in front of a little fan and let it dry overnight. And before as the paint was dry, as the paint was wet, I sprinkled on different colored glitter, and then it just adhered and it stayed embedded in the paint. So that's how I got that effect. This I cut out with the Cricut in dark brown paper, and it's from the Lacy Labels cartridge. This here, I forget what we call these. I don't know if they're called pinwheels, or I really don't know. But I cut this out using DCWV stack, and I used the punch on the edges, and then I inked the edges with Colorbach. I use these a lot to ink my edges in coordinating colors. And then here I cut this butterfly out with my Cricut, and I then went over it with Lindy Stamp Gang Heat Emboss powders, and in this beautiful greenish blue. And then when that dried, I applied stickles in gold, and in the middle I applied gold and blue stickles, and it has stayed, surprisingly enough. And I also added some stickles to the pinwheel here as well. Okay, now moving along to this page, I have pretty much the same effect. I used a lot of the different colored acrylic paints. Here, this is I layered die cuts and put it up on pop dots. This here was from a collection of hair clips that I have, and I just used them on my minis instead. So you just these are just different die cuts that you can use for journaling spots, and some I've heat embossed. This paint effect in the back is again using these. I just, go over it very lightly, let it dry, and the paper absorbs it really well, so you could just write on top of it. And I heat embossed the bottom of that. Okay, and then here are these beautiful rub-ons that I got from Michaels that come with the glitter already inside, and it's really beautiful. Here are some stickers layered on top of some paper, and I just added some bling. I did stickle a lot of the pages. I added stickles to a lot of the embellishments. This page, I took my glue runner and I just went over it in a diagonal on both ways, and then I took my flocking and just rubbed it in, and that's how I was able to get that effect. And I think it looks really, really nice, and it's really soft too, and it's like a trellis in the back. And then I ink the edges again using the same pigment ink that I just showed you. This is just a sticker from from King Company. This I cut out with the Cricut, and I inked the edges, And this came from one of the Recollections collections, and I just cut the pieces out individually and hot glued them on. And here you can stick a photo or something on the inside. Then here, this is a Martha Stewart punch butterfly. This I cut out this butterfly with the Cricut and this butterfly with the Cricut, and then I just added stickles, and then the wings just curled up, so it's perfect for that. And this is one of the pretty pattern papers that comes already glittered. This is just a punch shape, a tag that I ran through the dry embossing folder, and then I just inked the edges. And this is a brooch that I had that broke, and I didn't want to throw it out. I figured I could use it, and it works perfectly here. This shape I cut out with the Cricut and backed it with acrylic, and on the inside you can put a photograph. I also had stamped on the inside as well with the butterfly, and these are just stickers or die cuts. The edge of this I punched out. This shape I cut out with the Cricut. This mat I just cut out and then just punched the edges. This here I used really fancy ribbon. This I cut out this pretty frame with the Sizzix. This is from the DCWV paper. This is from Recollections, and here's a pretty K & Company dewdrop. And this was one of the Michaels butterflies that I applied so many different colors of glitter that it altered the look of it. So, and it matches better with my album. This here, this page, I cut this shape out with the Cricut. This was a strip of blue paper that I punched and then stickled. And this is a pretty crocheted ribbon that I glimmer misted in different colors. And these are beautiful K & Company stickers that come with glitter inside. And they're like shakers, like if you shake it, the glitter will move. And this shape I cut out with the Cricut. This I also cut out with the Cricut. I layered on the papers. I put some fibers and a little die cut egg. And then when you open it up, I punched out the edges, and I just added a little punch for the journaling spot, and then this just tucks right in there. This page I also cut out with the Cricut and inked the edges, added this from the saying from one of the stacks, cut this out with the Cricut as well, and just added some pearls. And then this page I took the most time because it is a mini within a mini. And for this page, I cut everything out with the Cricut, and I used the cereal box cardboard because it's a little thinner, so I can fit it within the mini. And then I came over with all of my acrylic paints, different colors, blues, peaches, greens, and browns. And for to color in the branches of the tree, I used brown, and I used it very thick also, so that you could see the brush marks, and so that way it looks like a tree. And then after that dried, I applied some crackle paint, one of the Tim Holtz, in like a beige, and that makes it look so real. And then I just added a whole bunch of embellishments, you know, different flowers. Here's a Recollections resin flower, and punched out butterflies, and just a bunch of different embellishments there, and some die cuts as well, and some feathers. Then when you open this up, this page, just lots of embellishments and stickers. This page here on this beautiful flocked DCWV paper, I layered 2 different ribbons, and that holds in place this pretty, really pretty from the Cricut as well. I cut these out, these tags, and it has like a little birdhouse shape, and I just inked the edges of that. And you can just use it as a journaling spot and for photos. And So that just goes in here. And this is a fussy cutted little bird with a dewdrop for an eye. And then here, this page, I also cut these out using the Cricut, these really sweet tags. And in the center, I just had the flower stick out a bit by painting it and adding glitter and adding a little bling. And I have about 4 of those. And they're just really sweet. And sorry I'm doing this one-handed. It takes a little longer. And then here is another beautiful paper, an epoxy sticker, and this pretty flower I got from Michael's. And then here I cut this out with the Cricut and just added some stickles that holds in place those tags. Then this page I cut this out with my Sizzix. Then I painted it with acrylic paint and glittered the edges. And then these 2 stick pins came like that. I think it's from making memories. And I just added the beads at the bottom, hot glued it down, and then put this chipboard on top. This tag I also cut out with the Cricut, beautiful tag, and layered it on. And then in the back, you have more space for journaling. And then I have fussy. This is a die cut. I think this is from the Tim Coffee collection, I think. I'm not really sure. But then the back page here was a butterfly I cut out with the Cricut, and then I added the K & Company sticker that's on Pop Dots, and a really beautiful tag with the Cricut that I cut out of the paper. And then you see how it blends in, so you can almost can't tell. And I have the leaf that's glittered, and in the back this was also cut out with the Cricut. Isn't it absolutely beautiful? I cut this out with the Cricut, this tag. I tell you, the Cricut is an amazing tool. I love it so much. And this I also cut out with the Cricut, and then I just added these different flowers on top and a little bit of glitter. And then in the back, you could write something, and you could put teeny tiny pictures in there as well. And then I just held it down with a velvet ribbon. So that's the mini within a mini. And then this last page here, I cut this blue shape out with the mini, with the Cricut. Sorry. And then this I cut out from the Graphic 45 paper. I glittered it up, added a pretty clip, and I just hot glued this flower to it. And in the back I stamped and stickled, and that just tucks in here. And you can even put a picture in the back as well. And then I have these different flowers layered with pretty leaves and stuff like that. And then the back of it, I cut this out with the Cricut, inked the edges. I cut this shape out with the Cricut and this little tag, and I put one of the Webster's Pages bling, and you can write something in the back. And this is a Prima chipboard, and then I just stickled this piece, and that's pretty much it. So that's the mini album, ladies, and I hope you all like it. I added some different color ribbons here in very beautiful colors, shimmery greens, like a mint color, green and white with like little swirls. And then I just added this on, this cute little bling that I got from, I think it was like a hair accessory. I just cut it out. I have a few of those. And that is pretty much it in terms of the mini. I hope you all like it, and I really do welcome your comments and any information that you would like. Just reach out to me and I will answer any question that you have, but I hope that you do like the mini. Thank you for watching. Bye.